I've always liked horror games. I've also always liked multiplayer games. Put 2 and 2 together, well, that's my dream game, baby. Mwah!
The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so.
Now you might be wondering, Dream Roblox horror game, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Well, let me explain the idea I have. I thought of it while I was taking a poop the other day. 2 games I really like on Roblox is Flee the Facility and Untitled Tag Game. And I thought to myself, it might be fun to combine the 2 games into one mega game. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let me try to explain this game concept with this, picture right here. So it's going to be a wave-based game where every round there's 1 survivor and 4 hunters. All 4 hunters will be players and the sole survivor will also be a player. There's going to be no NPCs or anything like that. The survivor's main goal is, I don't really know yet for sure what it's going to be, but my guess is you're going to have to activate 10 buttons around the map to unlock a door that you can escape out of. That's kind of the Flee the Facility idea of the game. But the catch and where the tag implement comes in is, let's say one of the hunters grabs you, like tags you, the hunter that tags you becomes the survivor and you become a hunter. So you could activate 5 buttons, get tagged, swap into a hunter, and then that person that swapped with you now has to activate the last 5 to escape. Pretty cool, huh? Took me 7 months to think of that. There's going to be different things. Obviously, it's a 4v1, so the survivor needs some advantages. You're going to be slightly faster than the hunters, and you're going to have the ability to set traps and have abilities that you can use against the hunters. I forgot to mention this before, but I have 4 people that I trust that are helping me with this game. Max, Never Party, Rario, and 610 Super. Alright, so we got a fresh studio here, just started, nothing in it. I think we need to lay out some of like the base stuff. So the first thing we need is an intermission round system. So like a little text up here that says intermission, counts down from like a minute, the round starts, it chooses the people to be the hunters and the survivor, and then it loops and loops, just so that we have something that we can build off of. Wow, look at that. Max made me an intermission script. How nice. I didn't even have to ask him. He just did it by himself. But this is in a separate studio, so let me go grab it from that studio and drag it to the main game. All right, so we have it implemented, and it works, but the UI is kind of really plain right now. So I think the right thing to do, maybe spruce it up a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. And obviously, it's not going to be the final UI. I just want to change it up and make it look a little bit better. All right, so the first thing we need to do, definitely change up the font. We're going to go bold, and we're going to go... I kind of like Roboto condensed. How do you guys think of that? Stop stuttering! I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with that. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a stroke on it. And this is kind of what I came up with. It's nothing too crazy. It's got a little drop shadow to it, little stroke around it. It looks pretty good. Obviously, probably not the final version, but it'll do for now. Another thing we've been working on is the movement system. So you can sprint, you can slide. And there's no stamina added yet. We're probably going to add that eventually. But, yeah, I kind of wanted to make it not fully like Untitled Tag Game, but a decent amount inspired from it. Because I really like their movement system that they have. And I think it would work really well having it in this game. Obviously, it's not final yet. There's still a lot of bugs that need to be worked out. But it's looking pretty good so far. Just to kind of show you guys what I mean, I'm going to hop in Untitled Tag Game and show you their movement system. So as you guys can see, you could slide, you can jump. It's a very, like, fast-paced movement system, which is kind of what I want for the game. Not fully, because this is too fast, but maybe like half of this. I also just put together this button model here. So what I'm thinking, and what I told my team the other day, is I think there should be 10 of these buttons that you need to activate around the map, but instead of there being only 10 on each map, there's 20 or 15, and 10 of them are activated. That way, people can't just learn where all the buttons are and then just go to them. Some of them might not be activated. Look at this. This is kind of what it's going to look like. You sprint, click the button, go, get out of here before I get grabbed by the hunters. Grabbed by the hunters. Kind of sounded a little weird. I think the last thing we're going to do for today's devlog is just build some more things, maybe get a rough layout for the first map of the game, which I think is going to be a laboratory, and just jot down a couple more ideas we have. The maps are definitely going to need to be like very windy and confusing just so that the survivors can use that to their advantage, you know what I mean? Like, they can't just be these big open maps where you can easily see players and stuff like that. They need to be maps where a lot of the stuff is hidden and is very narrow so that when you're running through, you can't spot the survivor from 30 studs away, you know what I mean? I want to keep the doorways consistent as well. I don't want them to be all different shapes and sizes. I want them to kind of stay this size. Just to end off the devlog with something else we've been talking about, here's like a quick concept for a trap that Never Party drew up, the bear trap. We don't know if we're gonna add scrap yet. We're definitely not going to be where is it? If another zombie is near, this is definitely not going to happen because hunters aren't gonna want to work together. The sole goal of the game is to be the survivor that escapes. That's how you win the round. I don't think it should take any seconds to place the bear trap just because, you know, you're constantly running, you need to escape, you need to be quick. There will be a cooldown though. There will be a cooldown. Scrap, I don't mind the idea of collecting scrap to use the traps. I kind of dig this a little bit. Maybe we'll come back to that. Anywho, last thing I'm gonna end off on for this video, I made a brand new server called O-Word Dev Group. If you want to join, this is where all updates are gonna go, anything like that. I need admins and moderators, so DM me on Discord if you're interested. This is where all updates are gonna go. Any new devlogs that come out will be posted here. You can post your suggestions and your artwork here, just like that. Link is in the description, so you can join if you want to. Maybe I'll see you guys around. If you have any suggestions or anything like that, put them in that server. I'm gonna be reading everything you guys write, and who knows, maybe I'll even hire a couple developers for the game.